Let me first put a shout out right now, if I could, for www.noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. You know, Noble Gold CEO Colin Plume thinks that quantitative tightening is setting up the stage for a gold rally. And in his interview with the National Desk, Colin Plume said that the tightening is pushing the dollar up. However, he predicts that by next year, the Fed will print money again to restart the economic activities. If you're thinking of gold and silver right now, good time to do it. Noble Gold is giving a free gold American Eagle coin with every eligible IRA or 401k rollover in this month of September. You can't go wrong with noblegoldinvestments.com. Pick up the phone Tuesday morning at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. And find out about your financial planning. Let Noble Gold help you. And tell them that Pastor Paul Begley sent you there.
Ukraine keeps up pressure on retreating Russian forces and its Western allies. Town after town, village after village, Ukraine keeps pushing into territory controlled by Russian forces and pushing its Western allies for more support to cement its recent stunning gains. Kiev sought to advance farther against Moscow's retreating troops in the northeast of the country on Tuesday, pressing on a counteroffensive that has had Ukraine's military recapture key territory and boost hopes both at home and abroad of a decisive shift after more than 6 months of a grinding war. A Russian-installed official in the Kharkiv region said Ukrainian forces outnumbered Russian troops by 8-1 and had broken through to the Russian border. Vitaly Ganchev told the state-owned Rossiya 24 television channel on Monday that, quote, "The situation is becoming more difficult by the hour." A unit designed to defend Moscow from attack in the event of a war with NATO suffered heavy casualties at the hands of Ukraine, and this is according to the United Kingdom. Fresh yellow and blue flags fluttered from the tallest buildings left in partly destroyed towns around Ukraine's second city, Kharkiv, while Ukrainian soldiers inspected charred Russian tanks left along the way. Kiev's sudden surge comes after months of little movement, save for Russia's small gains in the Donbass region. The encouraging counteroffensive has lifted Ukrainian morale and prompted criticism within Russia of President Vladimir Putin's, quote, "special military operation." An Australian man is killed by a kangaroo in a rare, fatal attack. A man who may have been keeping a wild kangaroo as a pet was killed by the animal in southwest Australia, police said on Tuesday. It was reportedly the first fatal attack by a kangaroo in Australia since 1936. A relative found the 77-year-old man with serious injuries on his property Sunday in semi-rural Redmond, which is around 250 miles southeast of Western Australia's state capital of Perth. It is believed that he had been attacked earlier in the day by the kangaroo, which police shot dead because it was preventing paramedics from reaching the injured man. The kangaroo was posing an ongoing threat to emergency responders, the statement said. Permits allow some Australian citizens to have kangaroos on their property, but laws prohibit keeping Australian native fauna as pets. Death by kangaroo attacks are extremely rare. The last reported death was nearly a century ago. Armenia says 49 soldiers killed in Azerbaijani attacks. Azerbaijani forces shelled Armenia's territory on Tuesday and killed at least 49 Armenian soldiers. Armenia's prime minister said, a large-scale attack that fueled fears of border hostilities breaking out between the longtime adversaries. The hostilities erupted minutes after midnight, with Azerbaijani forces unleashing an artillery barrage and drone attacks in many sections of Armenian territory, according to the Armenian Defense Ministry. The ministry said fighting continued during the day despite Russia's attempt to broker a quick ceasefire. It noted the shelling grew less intense, but said Azerbaijani troops were still trying to advance into Armenian territory. The ministry added that the Azerbaijani shelling damaged civilian infrastructure and also wounded an unspecified number of people. Shortly after the fresh clashes erupted, Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan had a phone conversation with Vladimir Putin. He also called French leader Emmanuel Macron, European Council President Charles Michel, and U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Dead Oklahoma inmate was suing over baby shark claim. An Oklahoma County inmate found dead in his jail cell over the weekend was a plaintiff in a lawsuit against the county, alleging that back in 2019, he and other inmates were tortured by jail employees who forced them to repeatedly listen to the children's song Baby Shark for hours. John Basco, 48, was found unresponsive in his cell early Sunday morning, Oklahoma County Detention Center officials said in a news release. He was pronounced dead after jail workers began life-saving efforts, they said. Basco's death is the 14th this year at the jail, which has faced criticism over inmate deaths, escapes, and other incidents. According to jail officials, Basco was arrested on drug trafficking charges as well as carrying or possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. District Attorney David Prater said he's waiting for more information before commenting on Basco's death. Back on June 28th, the Oklahoma County voters approved a $260 million bond package to construct a brand new jail, which elected officials and jail trustees hope will serve as a solution to problems that have persisted at the facility. 2 dead, including Toronto police officer and 3 others wounded in 2 shootings in Ontario. A Toronto police officer who was taking a lunch break during training was shot and killed in Canada by a suspect who later was taken into custody in Hamilton after a second deadly shooting, authorities said at a media briefing on Monday night. Authorities said another person was also wounded in the attack. The suspect fled to Milton and is thought to have shot 3 more people, killing 1, police said. Constable Andrew Hong, 48, of Toronto's police traffic unit was shot at close range and died at the scene, Chief James Raymer told reporters. Hong, a member of the traffic services unit, had worked for the force for 22 years. He is survived by his wife and 2 children and his parents. Raymer said he met with Hong's family on Monday afternoon, along with John Reed of the Toronto Police Association, to break the bad news. There is no word yet as to what motivated the shootings, and the gunman has not yet been identified.